Hi everyone, it is day 15. I'm really scared, I can't remember what day it is. I'm really tired today, and I did have a really bad headache earlier. It was pounding in one eye, it was really bad. But I started writing about an hour and 45 minutes ago. The stuff that I did today, I didn't think was going to come until later. This is stuff I actually wrote notes about at work yesterday. And, I pictured it in my head a few times, and I thought it would come later. It's come now. It came out in a flow after what I did yesterday, today. So, yeah, this is one of the reasons I don't do outlines, because I think that outlines set things in stone. It takes some of the fun out of it for you. Okay, you get these things jumping out of left field and complicating, possibly, your novel. But I find that fun, because you're like, ooh, I didn't know this was going to happen. This is fun. With an outline, you don't get that, so no outline, thanks. I wrote 4,809 words today, which brings me to 39,566. We're halfway through the month, 15th, half of 30. I'm good at math. So yeah, it's good news, no? See, I'm tired again, so I'm going to be really spaz. Or not really. Yeah, I had a meeting after Cole's dramatic revelation that he'd seen vampires in the trees. And Gareth and Theodore have this little debate about the wisdom of going into the trees and meeting the vampires. Basically, they figure out quite quickly that the coven are going to come to them and have a go at them, basically. So they're like, well, forget that. The alphas are like, yes, we move now. The betas are like, no, we should plan more. So it comes down to Tefari, basically. Cole, Sophia, and Felipe are in the room. They've been asked to stay. Because, I wouldn't have had this bit in my novel if Cole wasn't present, considering it's all from his perspective. So it comes down to Tefari to be the tiebreaker, basically. Even though, basically, Gareth could say, no, this is what we do, because I am alpha. Rah. But anyway, Tefari, in the end, sides with Gareth. He applies his own logic to it. He doesn't just side with Gareth automatically. He uses his brain. He's not just all about the brawn, people. And then Cole says, you need all the fires you can get. Long story short, it's decided that Cole's right. Because he's a genius. No, not really. And Gareth says, alright, get your stuff and meet us downstairs, basically, in about an hour. Elizabeth made another appearance. God, she really is a bitch. She comes in and says, you shouldn't come, you're a liability. Basically, if I wrote this today, she might have out and said, you suck. That's the attitude there, basically, 100 years ago, and she's basically saying, you suck, I don't like you. Cole really thinks to himself, when did she decide to hate me? Because it seems like she really does hate him. I came into the novel wanting a rival character for Cole, but I didn't expect it to be Elizabeth. I did not expect that at all. I like that it's a female, actually. I do like that, I have to say. At the risk of sounding a little bit, conceited, narcissistic, I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. I can't brain today, I have the dumb. I are tired. Lol, speak aside. No, speak. Yeah, basically, she has this moment where she calls Cole a loser, in more words, and, Cole comes back at her with, how dare you, everything I do is for the good of the pack. I saved your life, and I didn't do it for gratitude, I did it because I know it was the right thing to do for the pack. What's wrong with you, basically? And she has no comeback to that. She marches out of the room, but with this look on her face that says, we'll see who's worthy. Because obviously she's going to fight as well. There's a scene. I skip another speech. A scene where Gareth tells everyone they're going to fight. Blah, blah, blah. Could be bloody. They all know that not everyone will come back. Cole has a sword at his side. As it is right now, he is very good at sword. He's very good with all weapons, but in the game, as I play him, his primary weapons are twin katanas. Yeah. So yeah, he's very good with a sword, but he also takes a bow. It came out that his mother is very good with a bow and trained him. So yeah, they all go into the trees. It's still tipping it down with rain. The storm is still raging. So they go out and they go into the trees and they wait in the dark. And a couple of scouts up in the trees go ahead to wait for the vampires, and they call back. They howl back. The vampires are coming. Cole, Felipe, Sophia, Emily, and several others who I don't name are on this like bank with, you know, arrows ready, arrows at the ready. And you know, well, a fight breaks out basically. The archers, Cole included, take out some of the vampires before they get close. I steal from Buffy. In this universe, when vampires are, you know, receive a fatal blow, they combust into ash. And the way I explain that is basically that they've been dead for God knows how long, and they've been held together by some dark magic. There's no magic in my universe, you know. There are no wizards or witches or anything like that. But yeah, so when they're destroyed, they decay very quickly. They become ash. So yeah, there's fighting, and then you know, the vampires get too close for arrows to be of any use. Cole loses sight of everyone. You know, he's so focused on what he's doing that everyone else just vanishes, and he's like, oh god, where's everyone gone? But you know what, I have to focus. There's a single female vampire with a sword coming towards him, and he continues to fire at her, but every time he fires an arrow at her, she knocks it out of the air with her sword. She's got skills, man. She's got skills. And he remembers what the human said about there being two leaders, one male and one female, and they're both hundreds of years old. And he puts two and two together again and thinks, oh. See where I'm going with that. This female is based on Lucy Lawless, another Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, I won't tell you her name yet, that comes out later. So yeah, she comes in close, and Cole throws the bow aside and pulls out his sword, and there's a sword fight, you know. Some stuff like this. It quickly becomes clear that the vampire's toying with him. You know, she's insanely strong, and he can feel it every time he deflects a blow. The force of it just shakes his arms, basically, and it's kind of insane. She feigns a blow in from one side and slashes at the other and catches Cole across the arm. And he drops his sword. And then she grabs him by the neck and throws him back into a tree, still holding him, so she pushes him back into a tree technically. And Cole expects to be run through, you know. But instead she leans in and says, "You are defiant. I like that." Which is really, really creepy. And then she does hit him, but she doesn't stab him. She lands an open-palmed heel blow against his collarbone. I use the words excruciating agony. So yeah, Cole goes down basically, and as he reaches for one of the swords lying nearby. It might be his, it might be hers. She drops hers in order to land this blow. She kicks him in the face, and the world goes black. I've ended it there. This is another place where I would end a chapter if I was publishing a fic on the internet. So yeah, you'll have to tune in tomorrow to see what happens, but it doesn't sound good, guys. It doesn't sound good. Things are not going good for our hero. Who knows? Yeah, but yeah, I really did expect this to come out later. I also, when I had this scene in my head, I was planning to listen to a certain CD. I was planning to listen to the Chronicles of Narnia, because there's some really good battle music. But I listened to Smoke and Aces again today, as I said I might. I actually had the last track on repeat. It's called Dead Reckoning by Clint Mansell. Look it up on the internet, it's phenomenal. Yeah, I'm running out of time. I did start my stopwatch a little bit early. Yeah. When I was coming to the end, I got really tired, so I knew I had to stop. I've written a lot today, though. I'm really happy with that. I didn't think I was going to get a lot done. But then I didn't expect to write the scene, so it just started to come out. I'm so mean, seriously. Being mean to Cole now. But I'm a cruel god, to quote from the Nines. I'm a cruel god. So yeah, gonna write more tomorrow. I do know where to go from here. So yeah, I will see you all tomorrow on day 16. I hope everyone else's novels are going good. I haven't heard from some people in a while. Speak to me, guys. Where are you? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Good luck, take care, and